This spring, Guang Guang gave us a new, totally original story mode. He gave us a furry Captain America, purple Clavicula, and a ripoff of Lex Luthor. The question is, how fun is it really? And how does it compare to last year's campaign? The first thing you notice is that the vampire enemies are just blatant copies of last year's zombies. From the animation to the AI, the mechanics, to even the sound design, they're really only retextures. I also have to say, the UI really took a heavy step back. They embraced the roguelike aspect, but in places it just looks rough and cheap. They haven't really changed the upgrade screen, which is fine I guess. What I absolutely love though is the boss intros. You kinda had them in the last PvE mode, but they were nowhere as good, which is nice. The fight is just way too anticlimactic. Like, don't get me wrong, the moveset is interesting and well telegraphed, but I feel like there's so much room for improvement, both with the arena and the fight. It's well done with Kingpin though, which I'll get to later. The armor mechanic is a really fun addition, and it makes the whole experience much more rewarding, helping with a feeling of progression through the levels. The scrapping and forging mechanics also add that little extra bit of dopamine this mode has over the normal 6v6. I think Ratatosk is my second favourite fight. It's so simple, yet I feel like it's so much more engaging than the others. First of all, the model is just so cool and the voice lines just trip you up. What I love though is that she forces you to play smart. You can't melee her, and you have to manage the arena because otherwise you'll be overwhelmed by passive damage. The attacks aren't that elaborate, but they're executed so much better that it creates a really fun part. Dracula's probably the worst part of a campaign. Lakey's hot and that's basically all he has. The arena's way too cramped, his attacks are way too big for it, and the telegraphing really ruins the experience. To really emphasize that, the first time I did the boss fight, the game crashed on me. Kingpin still manages to be the best boss in the campaign by a long shot. His moves are original and he uses the arena really well. They can be a bit bullshit from time to time, but they're still really fun. It's really illustrated by the fact that he has multiple phases that are each distinct and original. I'd really love to see him as a playable character, though he wouldn't be fair, he'd be absolutely overpowered. It's also so cool how they used the Wolverine buff and the Wanda mechanic from her ulti to just make the fight so much more interesting. Overall, the main problem with the campaign that I haven't addressed yet is that it's just too long. Like, there's no world where I'd be happy to spend upwards of 30 minutes on one round of a dungeon campaign. The bosses are generally fun, albeit there's a lot of copy-pasting from the last event and the main game. But the pacing just really isn't there and ruins the fun. There's so much room for improvement that I just can't help but dislike a wholly fun game mode. And look, there's definitely an audience for this sort of campaign. There's games with raids spanning multiple hours, but it isn't what Marvel Rivals needs.